Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Friday Fan Cams here on the Blue Abroad YouTube channel. We're back for another session after another interesting week in the off-season of the Carlton Football Club. We won't be going for 4 hours tonight. We'll be going for, however long you want. I have a hard stop at 6 p.m. So if we're done by then, great. If not, 6 p.m. I'll be out. But yeah, just want to use this show as an opportunity to spend some more time with you all, get your thoughts, whether it's in the live chat or if you want to call in, you're more than welcome to. You know what? I'll put the link in the chat now for anybody that wants to join in. I've got a free waiting room. I've got one person waiting here. If you want to come in and share your thoughts, one sec. Please do. Who is here? And how was your week? And how was your Friday? Oh, yeah. Also, I haven't done this properly yet. This will be the first time I mention it, but I'm doing a giveaway for a John Nichols medal ticket, Carlton Best and Fairest ticket. So entry is there. I'm going to draw it out probably in a few weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I haven't confirmed the final date yet, but if you'd like to enter, you can. Members, you already have a free entry. If you'd like another entry, you're more than welcome to enter the competition or the giveaway, I should say. So that's that. Cookley says, hello. Chichio, mate, loved your comment earlier today. I read it. Very insightful stuff. Really appreciated that. Hello, Paul. 7 a.m. and you're looking forward to the latest Carlton trade rumor updates. It's heating up. Yeah, we're going to touch on absolutely everything and all the news of the week. Hello, Duke. Hello, Graziella. Rocco. Hello, mate. Josh White. I see you in the comments. I see you in the waiting room. So excited to see us finally playing in a qualifying final tonight at the G. Charlie will kick 6. Hello, Moondog. Chichio, you're sitting on a lounge by the pool in Port Douglas and your wife wants you to go get in the water with her, but I told her Tezelenko is live now, so leave me alone. I'm not trying to ruin marriages here, mate. Hello, Michael. You've been a supporter since 1965. Love to see it. Hello, Dione. Gee, it keeps on coming. It does. Got a feeling it'll quieten down next week. Or not. Christina Bombonati. Hello. Hello, Noah. Hello, Christopher Broberg. Luke Power is leaving. We will touch on that. We'll absolutely touch on that. Chichio, 41, your faith is dead and buried. Hello, Timothy. Hello, Jen. Hello, Says. I saw you just entered the giveaway for the John Nichols medal ticket. Thank you very much. Hello, Sonia. Miss you as well. Damien. Hello, Debbie. Luke Power was the last coach they should let go. Yeah, we'll definitely unpack that. Paulette is here. Alex Pickering is here. Rocky Zingini is here. Did I say that right? Chelsea, James, Afrim, get in here. I need you in here, mate. And I need your camera. If your camera and your mic works, please jump in. Link is in the live chat. Hello, Hyde. James, Jonathan Tedelato. I've got your brother in the waiting room ready to go on. Rocco. I'll touch on the rugs shortly. I want to share my thoughts about the rug. Timothy. Yeah. Lucinda. Hello. Hello. Anthony Carafa. Man, I'm great. Hello, Andrew. Interesting to see that a lot of the coaches' departures have been resignations rather than sackings. That's true. Peter, Michelle, Kate from New Zealand. Nick is here. Aiden. Box bacon. That's it. Yeah, like that. All right, let's start. Hello, Hyde. It's all good, mate. All right, let's do this. We'll start with Mark. Hello, mate.
Yeah, I'm awake, mate. I'm awake.
You're awake this time?
Mind you, I actually haven't even gone back to the Essendon Carlton fan cams on replay to see how many times I actually did do that. But I mean, anyways, it's in your no content creators page for a good gag. But anyways, no, all good, mate.
You have this ability, whether you're awake, whether you're asleep. It's just must view television. It's unbelievable.
I mean, I only noticed it was only the last week or so that you've actually had this other page. But anyways, yeah, if it's for the bloopers and the lulls, well, hey, you got to do it with what's been going on in today's world. But yeah, man, I was just going back to some of our replays throughout this year. If anything, the Ashton Moyer game was what I was just watching when he obviously snagged 4, in which we obviously beat Melbourne for a 4th time in a row there. And as far as that, mate, it's just we've got to get through our daily lives, worked, other matters, family birthdays. A little bit's happening this week. To think that what's tomorrow? September 6th. From just serve me, correct me if I'm wrong. Wouldn't it happen to be our 2-year anniversary of that so-called 2023 run to the finals? September 6th.
That sounds about right. We were gearing up for. Well, hang on. When did we play the elimination final?
Was it the 6th or the 7th? Even I've gone a bit blank. Should be better than that. I should.
It was Friday. You know what, Mark? Yeah, bang on. It was literally Friday, the 8th of September, 2023.
The 8th. So the 8th will obviously be a Monday for this year.
So this time, this exact moment 2 years ago, we were G'ing up for our first final in 10 years.
And like I've told you time and time again, after that little run to how this year's obviously just completely kaput, we do not want to wait another 10. And it's interesting with how things have, I guess, progressed at the moment. Yeah, very interesting about with the Luke Power one. I mean, he's been 6 years at the club. I mean, maybe there was some talk that he could have been elevated. I don't know. Well, look, we only hope there's maybe someone better for the VFL department as far as our development process there. But, yeah, look, it's an interesting watch this space with, assistant coach. Well, it's only Hamill so far. Be interesting with obviously what happens with Russell and Clark and actually I think Greaves and Lonigan. I think you'd probably know this more. Yep. Not just trying to refresh my memory. I thought that'd be the case. Yeah, just more to come.
So this week, the major pieces of news we had. Well, Silvani officially chose St Kilda.
Oh, thank God.
On the reported 4 or 5 year offer. So the conversation will go to, is it band 1? Is it band 2? I think it just seems like it's a pretty straightforward band 2. Maybe we can kick up a bit of a stink and try and argue the case for band 1, but I really do think it's going to be a band 2 for sure, which is end of first round pick. We had a few snippets we had Tom Papley confirm what happened with his management and the Charlie Curnow situation. And then we had Sam Doherty on 2 separate interviews talking about, firstly, the mentality of the group and where it broke down. And then yesterday he spoke with Eddie Maguire and Jimmy Bartell around. I guess it seemed like there was just misalignment with the senior playing group and the club and the list management and the direction of the club. And that might have something to do with where we find ourselves today. So what stuck out to you this week?
Look, probably more to maybe the Doc's video. To be fair, I probably would maybe want to see it myself more again in further detail. I think it's just more the fact of how it's just simply all gone wrong this year. And that's just going from the top with the president with his dilemma, really. And you feel like if that had not have happened, who knows what could have obviously unfolded this year. Because if you think of it, with a record of 9-14, could have easily been flipped around with 4 or 5 of those games that were up for 3 quarters and a bit, and the 2 that you just could not have lost, in which we did to Richmond and North. Those things do probably weigh factors as far as, off-field distractions that can obviously penetrate in the group. but we only hope that it does not repeat again, let alone never again anytime soon, because we want to obviously try and finally change a better culture for a better run for the club. We only hope. So we know there's still so much to be played out. But I think what's just important is that the right decisions are made, not the so-called right popular ones that are pretty, I guess, rhetorical in a sense. So hopefully they just keep us on our toes. Beg your pardon?
What do you think the right decisions are?
What do I think? Well, I mean, there's still, pending decisions with obviously players-wise with McGovern and your Akers and Sards, which
No.
they're very interesting.
No. What do you think the right decisions are to make?
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's an look. It is an interesting one, to be fair, because it is still the unknown.
Fair. Well, we only really know after the fact what's right and what was wrong, which sucks as a fan, because in the moment you just got to, stick fat, believe, have faith, and then you want to be mad at the past because there's been clear breakdowns this year and the year before and the year before that and poor decisions. And so you want to be mad at that and the dysfunction. And then all of a sudden you get new people coming to the club, new head of football who I didn't touch on, new CEO. And then it's like, hang on a minute, like we have to move forward now. So you get stuck in this loop of want to be mad, but you can't be living in the past. But it's a really awkward time right now. And I trust nothing and I trust no one.
Well, it's funny because it was pretty much a decade ago where basically it was like this new rebuild, revamp. And here we are another 10 years later. We only hope so, but more to the fact that it's the club and on-field matters that obviously should be coming first, without a doubt, rather than the off-field stuff. The off-field stuff takes care of itself when you obviously perform on the field. It's pretty simple, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Should be.
Who wins tonight?
Honestly, it's a flip of the coin. Could you actually say that this qualifying final could also be the grand final? It's very rare to actually say that in any other finals match, in any other final series throughout the years. I easily feel that regardless who wins or loses tonight, they both probably could potentially see each other again.
Yeah, I mean,
I have full confidence that a Geelong or let me just rewind. Too fast for my own liking. A Geelong or Brisbane are both more than capable to dethrone Collingwood, and we will not hear the end of it if they somehow get to that never seen 17. Over our dead bodies that it happens. If it means that we have to almost go above and beyond, like how we cheer for our own side for one of either the Cats or the Lions against them, so be it. But then
so
again,
who wins?
Lions by 8 points, 10 points, if that. It's
Love it.
It's tight. It's tight. Yeah.
Love it. Mark, you have a great Friday. Thanks for calling in.
All right, mate. Let's hopefully see some more new changes of a new revamped Carlton. We only hope.
All right. See you, mate. All right. Oh, Afrim, it's time, my friend. It's time. Afrim.
It is. How are you, mate?
Mate, I'm good. I've been waiting for a couple of weeks to get you on. We have some things to clear up.
Oh, mate. Do we have a few things to clear up? I've had some problems with the mic, man. Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. It's all good. Firstly, you were the only one when we gave everyone an opportunity, and I said, is Charlie lying? And you were the only one that said, yes, he's lying. You saw it.
Well, let's put it this way, Terry. We hold the ace up our sleeve
Yeah.
until we get what we want for Charlie. Charlie's a contracted player, and I'm sure Graham Wright will fix the problem up.
Yeah.
Just like he is
One way.
slowly. With Luke Power today being officially looking for another role. Little pieces, are happening. The Elijah Hollands, I'm not going to get into this. Look, I'll play it like this. I've been in a situation, but I tell you now, if someone can't help themselves, no one will.
Yeah.
We've
of
stuck
course.
by him, giving him a chance, more than a chance in my point of view, in my eye. And, yeah, few others, Chincotta, a bit stiff. Lemmy, reminds me of McCannon, unused. Have we learnt anything? Unused players, not even giving them a game,
Yeah.
and just throwing them away to clubs for nothing. Wouldn't have cost more than $400K to keep Lemmy as that option if someone goes down. Haven't we learnt? Like, it's coming to a stage where you don't know who's next. Is it Paddy Cripps? Fuck me dead. Like, you'd never would have thought it was big fucking Charlie and DeConning and fucking Jason at the start of the year. Would you?
Yeah. No,
Did
you wouldn't.
anyone think that Charlie would be going at the start of the year? I fucking personally didn't. Sorry about my language, but I did not.
No, you can swear. It's the most shocking story of the year, in my view, because he just seemed to be so part of outside perspective looking in. I thought he just loved the joint. I did.
So that's my point now here. Like, it starts to get me start thinking like, who's next?
Yeah.
Like, if he's up for this debate to be leaving the fucking football club, bum on seat person that brings $1 million worth of merch down to our football club. Now, at the same time, if your heart's not in this football club, well, then we have to look for the next best option for what's going to be for the football club.
Yeah.
Now, a package deal. They don't want to give us what we want with Neril Goulden. Well, I'll say give us fucking Haywood, Laddams, and Florin and pick 9. You're only going to get what we want. You want him? You're going to have to pay up what we want.
No money, no honey.
Simple as that. And I'm sure Graham Wright fucking knows that. Right? If he's leaving, it's going to be for something that's going to credit us. Right?
So,
I was the only one that stuck my hand up because I was at a function with on Vossi's 50th, and he was a very distant person to the whole group that night, and I'll keep it at that. But I'm just looking forward to now. What I'm not understanding now really is our assistant coach, right? You've got the likes of Choco Williams, with a CV, fantastic. Ken Hinkley, ask the question, get it done. Let's get moving. Right? That's the next puzzle, because he's already announced it. Hanson, you're done. So now what I'm thinking is this wait and playing game, it's leaning towards Danny Dale in my mind. Because if it was going to be Choco, you'd think Carlton would have announced it. He's looking for a job.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah. Unless they have to wait to see if, any of these finals teams are in the mix, or if he even wants to be in footy next year.
Well, look, the drought we have gone through, he's been through when Melbourne waited so long to win that, to lift up that silverware. He was part of that.
Yeah.
Right? He's got this experience, but whether the problem that is, can he work well with Voss?
Right.
But that, I reckon, should be the next puzzle that should be hit on the fucking head. Our assistant coach, who is it going to be?
Well, as it stands right now, Hansen, he's staying, right?
No. He's been told he's done.
Has he?
Correct my word. Hansen has been told, the assistant coach, that he's still there. That's what I'm surprised about. But he is not our assistant coach for 2026. Someone correct me, or if you can do a little bit of a Google. Is Hansen our assistant coach for 2026?
Yeah, I think he is. He is. He's contracted. As in, unless they decide that he's going to walk. But it was Hamill, Lonergan, and Greaves.
And Greaves, them three I know.
Yeah, and Luke Power today. But
And
I
Luke
haven't
Power
seen.
today.
I haven't seen any news about Ash Hansen.
So what's this role then with the link up with Ken Hinkley? What role would he play?
Well, he could just be, I don't know, part of the department. I don't know, head of coaching. I don't like coaching
That's why
director.
we got this guy from Port Adelaide. Port Adelaide.
That's the head
his
of
role.
football. No,
Yeah.
he's Brad Lloyd's role.
Sorry, Brad Lloyd's role.
Right. That's
So you're
what Chris.
saying Hansen will take over and stay assistant coach next year.
I'm saying
It's the game plan we've seen last year.
All I'm saying is right now in this moment he's still contracted, and there hasn't been any news about Hansen leaving.
Have you heard anything on Motlop? I've heard he wants out to Essendon. And is that anything you've heard of?
Who told you that?
I've heard what I've heard.
Ooh.
Carlton's obviously he's not wanting a 1-year deal. Obviously, he's got a 1-year deal. That's it.
I have heard nothing.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
Yep.
That's fine. But yeah, there's going to be change. There's change coming, Tez, and with this young core, I can't see how you're getting rid of Sard. His mindset for these young, cute future kids out there, with his mindset, we need him around with our leaders, especially.
Someone with a good head on his shoulders doesn't get in trouble. Someone that's
Just his mindset.
grounded.
It's different to others.
Yep.
Believe me.
I'm with you.
It's kind of like a straight path. It's not. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to be worrying about off-field antics with Adam Sard ever.
No way. It just, yeah.
Yeah. Afrim,
But anyway,
mate, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for your contributions, and thanks for calling in.
Anya Tez.
All right, mate. See ya.
Anya Blues. Let's get back.
Up and about. Eric.
How are you, Tez?
Mate, I'm great. How are you?
Not bad. Just trying to put the pieces together, you know.
Oh, have you been psychoanalyzing like Doc's comments and everyone's comments like me, or am I just?
Yeah. You know that meme of Always Sunny with the wall with all the pieces of paper on it, and he's like trying to point out where things are.
Yep.
My mind's going back to like a Motlop thing where like they were watching footage and then they said, "This is your game plan. This is what you wanted to do. So take ownership over it." But then my mind jumps to Charlie and saying in that press conference he wants the game more open and he's not happy with it. Basically, when he did that one press conference.
This is good by you. I do remember that.
Yeah. So I think what happened was. And Voss as well on SEN with Kane and David. He's like, he talked about defensive stoppages was the problem in 24.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what happened was they went ultra defensive this year, and the club some of the players didn't want to buy into it. Is my mind on it, because that footage that Motlop was watching was a defensive play in the forward half. And then they congratulated him on his positioning, whatever it was, to block the outlet. And then they reiterated, this is your game plan that the players wanted to play. So I feel like there might have been like a mutiny about some players want to play like this, some players want to play like that, and they were never on the same page the whole year. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Was it you that wrote the comment on the video recently that you said it was their mindset, not so much more than what it was the game plan?
Yeah. Because I've seen that this whole group, every time it gets way too much pressure for them, they fall apart immediately.
Yeah.
And some people say that that's on the coach. I'm like, I don't know what we. Sure, I'm sure the right man can fix it, but is that leadership? Is that Krupa being too nice? Is it, who knows? Do we need a new captain? Do we need waiters to crack some heads? I don't know. What do you think?
What did you make of Doc's comments on? I mean, the two interviews that I highlighted.
He feels like he's talking without freedom. That's what it feels like to me. He's kind of half-stepping what he wants to say, and which I think is like kind of like we had two different groups in the locker room, basically. Is my mind.
Yeah. There's something about when you seems to be when you become a senior player.
Yeah.
Because I mean, for a lot of the talk around this year was, all right, players take responsibility, take it, own it. It's your club.
Yeah.
You got to lead the charge. But now that when it ends sour, we say, oh well, they didn't want to take accountability. It was on them. Maybe they did try. I find it the hardest thing I find in the last 2 weeks and really all year is how to balance the blame.
Well, I feel like in any organization, whatever you do, you can't follow two visions at the same time. It has to be one man's vision that you have to follow. It can't be a collective vision because then there's no vision. It has to be one chef, and then everyone else follows that recipe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so okay. Do you think? Well, I'll ask you this: do you think De Koning knew that he was leaving Carlton this time last year?
I think his tone shifted when it was impossible for us to make finals. I think that's when it shifted for me.
This year?
Yeah.
See,
I don't think he was settled.
I think he knew before round one this year that he was gone. And I think it rubbed off. And I think it continued on with Jack. I think Jack also knew that he was going to leave deep down. And I think that's all it needed to take.
It's just like we just got to look at the footage and go, who wasn't performing? And then that'll give us the answers. Because you keep going players and then, well, what? We don't want to say Wiedering. We don't want to say Cripps. We don't want to say Walsh. Like, we just got to look at the footage. It's all there on tape.
Yeah.
Like, who doesn't want to get into the contest? Who doesn't want to keep their width? Who doesn't want to defend? Like, body language as well. It's just, yeah, I don't know.
So Charlie, I think, deserves a bit of a benefit of the doubt for the start of the year because he had a stupidly interrupted preseason, a couple of surgeries. So I think he deserves a little bit of slack, especially for the start of the year. But now that I'm sort of questioning. When did he decide he wanted out?
Do you think the bomb went off when all that stuff with Elijah happened behind the scenes? Well, I don't know what happened, but obviously something happened because they said publicly they're very disappointed, which never happens in football. So,
I think that was one of the many bombs.
Yeah, because he had a season's summer session, didn't he?
Elijah?
With his brother this year. He wouldn't have had that opportunity if he was in the doghouse, surely.
I don't think he had a summer sessions this year. No, he did one
last year.
Yeah, he did one last year.
Okay.
January 24th, 2024. Let's have a look. 2025 summer sessions. No, he didn't do one.
Okay.
He didn't do one.
Well, he had a little thing, and then he came back, and then it all fell apart again. I don't know, like, and Harry's mental health as well. Like, something happened behind the scenes. Like,
yeah,
something bad. I don't know what it is, but yeah, there's a lot of footage to dissect if you want to find the answers, I reckon. Because
mate,
and even the Doc comments this week, and Voss comments this week, and Graham Wright and Voss keep on talking about the list and did we cut too deep and.
So that one I think's a bit. I mean, think about that. So last year, 2024 off season, Kennedy, Owies, Marchbank, Martin, Cunningham. Granted, the last three names there barely played, and the replacements were not many senior guys. It was Nick Haynes. I mean, Francis Evans came a little later, but then it was mostly draftees.
But was that a problem round one at halftime? You know,
This
When
year?
we- yeah, like it was Richmond round one, up by what 40 points, and I don't think it's the same thing we've been seeing for 5 years. It's the massive swings, it's the emotional things, it's the pressure, it's the like at the time everyone was satisfied with those moves. I think only in
Yeah.
hindsight,
Well-
as people go, maybe it was too deep, but
I think what it's just showing is this group failed to prepare adequately for a premiership. And they failed to build the right culture that we all thought that they told us they were building.
I don't think it's over with this group specifically. I think we can bounce back next year. There's so many new people coming in. It's like almost a new club at this point. Like
I hope so.
Hamill and Power were the ones I thought would stay, and they're gone. So what does that tell you about them? Maybe they weren't the voices they wanted. Maybe
I mean,
there's
we had some seriously unlucky things happen this year.
yeah.
Like Jagger, Newman, very unlucky. That like stupidly unlucky. O'Farrell, that I mean,
Yeah.
you're not failing to prepare with that.
But Voss said he didn't even have him in his like team the whole year. He didn't expect him to play for that. So yeah, I don't know. Like Wright's come in. He's watched for a year, and he's gone. We're going with Voss. And do you think there was like people behind the scenes questioning Voss's plan, and then whoever questioned it's leaving? Because they've backed him in. Is that what's going on? I don't know.
Maybe.
And they've got a guy he knows coming in as a GM to back him theoretically, right?
Maybe.
I'm sure you're happy with the Port Adelaide invasion.
I love Chris Davies. I think he's a jet. Yeah.
I don't know much about him. What do you think he's going to do for the club?
Well, I think he will take a bit of the. I mean, Vossi does a lot of press conferences, right?
Yeah.
And Brad Lloyd used to do a few press conferences, but it became pretty like I don't know about you, but whenever
it's a bit.
Yeah, it was a bit cringe. You'd hear him speaking, you're like, oh.
You didn't really trust him.
Yeah, Davies
the way he
speaks.
talks, yeah.
Davies speaks with a bit more. What's the word? Conviction.
Right.
Yeah, no nonsense. So, but we'll see. I don't buy the fact like, oh, it's Voss's mate.
Yeah,
I just think it's I just don't buy that. Like,
Sean's been driving me nuts on Twitter.
Is he in the Voss? Is he in the this is Voss?
Why are we getting Kingley? Yeah, or if we get Ken, it's just his mate. We need to be challenged.
Oh, no, Chris Davies will be challenging.
Yeah. And he refuses to accept that they think the list isn't good. But whatever.
Oh well,
a lot of people got a lot of opinions,
mate. We all do. Yeah.
Well, I got Brisbane tonight.
Same.
And I don't want Brisbane to win because my mate goes for Brisbane.
Right.
So, but I think the Lions got it.
Well, mate, you enjoy. Thanks for calling in.
Oh well. See ya.
See ya. Jim.
Going on, man? How are you?
Hi, I'm good, man. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. It's nice to not have football, honestly. It's good.
Nice to not be disappointed.
Yeah, and that we're making some moves off field is quite good. Dominoes are falling. It's not the worst thing. It's good. I'm pretty positive about where the club's going now, I think. What about you?
Oh, I've got no idea.
Yeah.
No, as in, I don't trust. I like that change is happening, and I like that something's happening. I haven't really, I don't really trust either way what's right and what's wrong. And like, I know a lot of the discussion this week and last week has been around, the players that are leaving and, are they sucking it up and are they part of the problem? I think the problem starts with the Carlton Football Club first. I'm trying not to get too distracted from that because this is them. This is the club that put itself in this position.
Yeah, no, you are right. And I can also see many points of view. I can see where people are coming from when they say we fucked going forward. I can see that. I can also see when people say that it is looking optimistic. And then, you're probably somewhere in the middle. You probably want to see a signal before you buy in. And I get that. I get all three viewpoints because our club failed miserably in 2025. So, yeah, we shouldn't just trust them. But I do like that there is like significant change happening early while there's still games being played. We're being proactive off field. And I think it is a good thing for the footy club. Change is good because we couldn't keep that system. It was that bad.
Yeah. No, look, change is good. I think getting more experienced people in the department is good, and highly regarded people is good. The reality is the news of who is leaving will come first. And so it might seem, disaster, but that has to come first. We're only going to get the news about who's coming in next month. So that's the hard part.
Yeah. On the Charlie thing, I haven't been watching the first 20 minutes, so someone might have already said or spoken about Charlie, but where do you sit as a percentage of him staying?
I think he's more likely to go than stay. And the reason why I say that is, how can you, as a club, push out this, you're either in, you're with us or you're not with us, so strongly, no BS, this, that, only to then potentially bring him back into the fold?
Yeah. Yeah, they're putting themselves in a spot with that sort of stuff already. That language has been strong over the last 7 days. And then clearly his manager is trying to get something moving. So I also think he will find a new home. But I would be incredibly disappointed if our footy club does not get an absolute deal for him. Can't just feed him, to Sydney for fuck all. Like, we just can't be like that anymore. We need to be as ruthless as good football clubs. Think about what Geelong did with their stance on Tim Kelly. And I know these situations are completely different, but hear me out. Their stance on Tim Kelly was no. Like, he wanted out? No. No. And what did they get for him? They got 2 first rounders and he's out of contract from memory. They then paired that and got Jezza for 3. So if Jez is worth 3, I'm not saying Charlie's worth 3. Jez is a superior player. For me, he's the best player in the comp. But we should be getting a massive haul for Charlie. None of this bullshit I'm seeing online of even Logan McDonald and Oliver Florent. Like, for Charlie.
What about Pistol Pete? I've been seeing Sydney fans in my comments are saying, we'll give you Pistol Pete.
Mate. Yeah, it's like they just want to throw all these scrubs. I love Pete. But still, they want to throw these fucking scrubs, right? 3 or 4 of them, package them up like they're the Giants 10 years ago and Steven Silvani's our list manager. No. We need to take a really firm stand on this, and we need to be getting overs for him. He's contracted, 2-time Coleman medalist. That's what it is. That's the appropriate language to use, whether he wants out or not. What do you think?
So I want to bring up the 2 trades you mentioned, right? Just want to bring this up. So this was Tim Kelly, 2019. Yep. Geelong gave Tim Kelly pick 57 and a future 3rd round pick for, correct. And they received pick 14, pick 24, and pick 37. Yep. Okay. Oh, this was a 3-team deal. Sorry. Looks like
yes.
3-team deal. Nick Bryan involved. This one here was Jezza Cameron. So Geelong received Jeremy Cameron, a future 2nd round pick, actually 2 future seconds, and then they gave up 13, 15, and 20.
Correct. Yep.
And a future 4th. So
was in contract, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Kelly was not, from memory.
14, 24, 27, and pension pick. Not quite 3 firsts. Yeah, so it's 3 firsts with things coming back the other way.
Sure. That's good breakdown. But we need to have that stance. I remember when Fev was traded. Now, again, different circumstances. We know how he was at the Brownlow. But how can you give the best forward in the comp, bar Buddy, to a really, to another club that's around about the mark? I remember when we did this and we're about to go into a window. That cost us. It cost us. We cannot be doing that stuff anymore. We need to take hard lines with these players. They're contracted, play them. It's not the Premier League. It's not NBA. It's AFL. You have to play hardball here. That's definitely my stance on this. I don't think I'm going to have my head changed. I'm seeing people be like, oh, well, if he doesn't want in, yeah, I get that. The sentiment from the club right now, yep, move them on if they don't want to stay. Sure. But Charlie is Charlie. You need to harness his attitude. And if you can't do that, well, mate, we're a fucking weak footy club if we can't do that.
So that was my first instinct. Is it really beyond repair of Charlie and Carlton sitting down and being grown-ups about it and airing it all out, purging it all out, and then coming together? Is it really beyond that? That was my first instinct. I think most disputes you start with, dispute resolution, and you negotiate and you communicate. So, I mean, I don't know if that's still an option here. I hope it is. My honest view is I just don't see how Carlton could possibly come out of a Charlie Curnow trade and win.
Yeah.
On paper, you put it on paper and what you get back. I just don't see that happening. I don't think any club would give us what we really want because we value him so much. But on the other hand, what's worse? Getting a deal that you lose on paper or having a 70% committed Charlie Curnow next year because he has to be there?
Yeah. Well, I would argue he was 60% this year. I know injuries played a part, but if he's fit, maybe he gets a taste of it. Maybe that buy-in comes back. Like you said, they need to be sitting down at the table and having these conversations. You need the right people at the footy club to get that sort of stuff moving. But yeah, we just cannot be giving him away for fuck all. Some of the trades these journos make, they are terrible at their job. Some of these trades they're coming up with are fucking dog shit, straight up. And we could never entertain them. We just can't. Well, Oliver Florin is a good player, but he's a B grader. He's a good player. I love him. He's a gun, but he's a B grader. He's not an A grader. You put Charlie into Sydney's system and he's enthused, he'll kick you 80 goals and they'll win the flag. There won't be bribes. They'll win it. He's that player. The problem with our footy club is we've got all these chess pieces and the guy playing chess doesn't know how to fucking play the game. They play them in the wrong spots. Our midfielders kicking the footy terribly. So fix that sort of shit and maybe he'll want to stay. But again, there's a lot of work to be done now. But the club has done this to themselves. And I think Charlie is being petulant, but the club has done this to themselves.
Yeah. Everyone's at fault.
Big time.
Yeah.
Really frustrating.
What's on for the weekend?
We got a footy final tomorrow. So if we win, we go straight into the grand final, but we got double chance. So hopefully we win. Other than that, not much. Hopefully we win and we can have a celebration because it's been a while since my footy club's made a grand final. So let's see.
Who's your footy club?
Rosewater.
Rosewater
Football Club. They're in Adelaide.
Rosewater Adelaide Footy Club. Let's have a look.
It. Both teams are in the finals. We're going okay. So hopefully get it done.
Do you have is there a club website?
It'd be under the 9 News Footy League, I think it's called.
Rosewater Football Club SA.
That's the one.
Are you guys the Dogs?
Doggies, yeah. Bulldogs colours. Yeah.
This is you?
I don't know. That's us. Yeah. That's us.
Yeah.
Dog looks thirsty. That's us.
Fuck yeah. Oh, I love it.
Yeah. So hopefully we get it done. Last week our seniors won their first final in 11 years. So that we kind of Essendon, bro. So yeah.
So you're playing against OSB Lonsdale?
No, that was last week.
Oh.
Yeah, we got a win, so that's good. This week, St. Paul's tomorrow. So yeah, hopefully get it done. It'll be a big game for the club.
Okay. Mate, well, wishing you all the best. Fingers crossed. Let us know how you go.
Will do. Thanks, man.
All right,
Enjoy
brother.
the hand cams, bro.
All right.
Take
See ya.
See you, man.
How good. The Rosewater Football Club was established in 1885. We are the Bulldogs. Fuck yeah. Josh,
How are you, my man?
mate, I'm good. How you doing?
Very good. I'm not bad, not bad. I'm actually going to tonight's game, so should be a cracking contest, I think.
I'm so excited. I'm going as well.
Oh, really? Where are you sitting?
Level 2 somewhere, N50.
Beautiful. I'm sitting, I think M16, somewhere in the AFL reserve tonight. So
That's
yeah,
like
level 1 as well.
wing-ish.
Yeah. So actually, like literally in the center of the ground. So I'm pretty keen. I don't get to sit in the AFL reserve too often. So, and mate, it's a qualifying final. You know, it's as good as they get. So keen for that. But yeah, mate, been a bit of a busy week for our footy club.
Oh man, honestly, it's I feel more busy now than in the season, and in the season's pretty hectic.
Yeah. I think it's just a reflection of how much needs to change this off season because of how poor the results were
Yeah.
the season that just went, I guess. I mean, it's good that it's busy. It is good that it's busy because that means we're not sitting on our hands and we're actually making the moves. Like whatever his face from Port, Chris, he'll be good. I don't know much about him, but I've read it. Like what I read, he looks good. Um, yeah, and then obviously player movements and delistings and God knows what's going to happen with Charlie. I'm so disappointed with that man, by the way. So disappointed. Like,
Look, there's a side to this. I mean, we haven't really heard either side of the story. We've just heard the news about what we know is that he doesn't want to be there. That's all we know. We don't know
yeah.
why. We don't know why. We don't know, is it valid? This is the hard part.
Look, without the sentiment, like I've honestly become over the last 12, 18 months, the sentiment for me has sort of detached. They're just football players and they play for the team I, support. I think it's more so just frustrating that if Charlie does leave, and I think it's probably for the best that he does leave if he doesn't want to be there. That's a very hard position to fill. I don't know how we fill that, especially with, I mean, Harry. He can be pretty injury prone at times. We delisted Harry Lemmy. We didn't even get to see what he could have been or could have liked. Maybe he just wasn't good enough. But I'm just more so concerned of how we fill that gap. I don't know how you feel it.
Of Kerno?
Yeah, if he does go.
Well, if he does go, then I don't know. I think we might be looking at a different philosophy in the forward line. I don't know if we're going to want to stay with the Twin Towers, as they call them. I don't know if we want to stay there.
Well, it's interesting, actually, now I think about it. Pommy has said in the past he's not a big fan on two key forwards, I don't think. And he was pretty keen on us. I don't know if he was keen, but I remember he floated the idea of trading Petrarca for Petrarca last year, one of our key forwards. So maybe it is for the best. Maybe, I mean, I guess you think of the way the modern game style works. It's not really, two key forwards. It's small forwards. Well, we don't have a good small forward to start with, but it's small forwards and goal kicking mids. But we can't forget Charlie's an amazing player, and I know he's had a down year, which has been said by pretty much everyone before me. But he's at his best. He is like a top 5 player in the competition pretty easily, I think, and it'd be pretty shit to lose that, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know how we replace that.
Well, I don't. We cannot replace him. We cannot replace him.
No, I don't think so. But hey, if he doesn't want to be there, he doesn't want to be there. What do you do?
Is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But what else? Silvani, De Koning. I mean, a lot's been said about them. Oh, I wanted to actually ask you this, and I think we're on the same page from memory. I think the AFL needs to put an absolute halt for like free agency discussions and all that until after the season, because it
Oh,
clearly interferes with the way the players perform.
yeah. So in the NBA, in the NFL, who have
Yeah,
free agency,
tampering.
they have tampering rules. So you can't
Yeah,
make comments. You can't do any of that. And if it gets out that you publicly do, so the question is, how do you police it? Well, if it gets out publicly that it's happened, big fines.
yeah. Look, obviously things are going to be said as they probably would be in the NFL and NBA behind closed doors, locker rooms, blah blah blah. But mate, imagine you're Tom De Koning and you already know that there's something on the paper, like, and then you wake up and you're the first page of the sport report on the paper. Your teammates have to see that, and then they're going to question your buy-in.
You can't stop that.
It's
You can't stop the
yeah.
speculation in the media, but yeah, I don't know why. In my guts, I feel it and I know it. I think Tom knew 12 months ago that he was going.
Yeah, 100%. That was a deal that you just can't refuse. I don't think.
No, you can
can't
refuse it.
that
You
deal.
can. You can. No, you can. You can refuse it. I get it. Who
Yeah.
would say no to it? I get that, but you can refuse it. And that's why I don't want to say it's all on these players leaving. Like, if the club was in order and thriving the way we all want it to be thriving and on the precipice of a premiership, and if the players believed that it was, they would stay.
Yeah, true. Well, I think St Kilda have thrown some pretty lucrative deals in the past at other players, probably better than Tom, and they've turned them down. So, yeah, maybe it's just a state of how the club finished last year and then went into this year. Maybe it's as simple as that. But yeah, it is disappointing. What
Josh,
do you do, mate?
you're
Yeah.
being compared here to John Travolta from Greece.
Oh, jeez. I haven't seen that one since I was a kid. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. That's
So,
it. Sure.
who wins?
Tonight, I think Brizzy will get it done by maybe 8 points in an absolute classic. So it would be good to beat a finals game and not be stressing. I mean, I actually wish I was stressing tonight. I really wish I was stressing.
Did we do, from memory, did we do a game day stream in 2023 for the Sydney final? I don't want to.
We may have.
Does anybody remember that? Were we doing? I kind of
May have.
wouldn't mind going back and watching that.
I would love to, mate. I'd love to see just whenever the day is like a Blue Abroad fan cams, or you're wandering around live street after we've won the grand final or something. That would be crazy.
You know what?
But
I can tell you right now, I'm here. So that was Melbourne fan cams live with Pommy and Oz. That was the watch along. The teams. Oh yeah, the final team show. Wow, the final team show was okay. We might do some reflecting in a moment. I might get through some more guests and then we'll go from there.
wow, there you go, mate. 2
All right.
years ago, crazy shit.
Josh,
Yeah.
enjoy, my friend. See you later.
Enjoy tonight. Go Lions.
Go Lions. See you, mate.
See you, mate.
Wowdy.
You better shape up, Terry.
Because I need a mate.
Very funny. Very good. Yeah, what a week. What a big few weeks. I was saying to a couple of mates during the week, where are we at? We're in this really weird position in terms of the list. Are we in the window? Are we rebuilding? Are we with, these impending exits, and like, where are we at? Are we contending next year, or are we sort of somewhere in the middle of a sort of a renovation before we can sort of jump up again. It just, yeah, don't know. I mean, some of that will come to life with what some of the moves we'll make in the off season in terms of acquisitions. Yeah, it's just interesting, fascinating. Do you have
Yeah,
any
so
views?
I think, yeah, most of me right now thinks that when it's almost like we've fast tracked the reset. And now that when I went through the video today and I was looking at who came in and who went out from 2024, it's pretty clear we didn't replace those senior players with senior players. We replaced those senior players with young players.
Yep.
And maybe the list management team decided, hang on a minute, let's be real about this. We need to think about the future now because this group didn't get it done. So I don't know if I could really go into next season thinking, all right, here we go, let's contend. I don't know. I'm not there yet. I don't know who's going to be on the list. So it's hard to say.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and it's probably a rhetorical question, isn't it? Yeah, it's just that's been sort of playing on my mind a little bit. But I think also with the Tassie Devils potentially coming in, and you don't really want to be rebuilding in those years because of, you know, the talent drain from their concessions and the like. So maybe the club sees this is probably potentially the final window before we can sort of strike, or before we can, you know, go into those next few years that are compromised drafts. So, but they've got to be clever and look at different ways to acquire talent through the, you know, other leagues and all those sorts of things. That's what good clubs do. So it'll be interesting to see where we go there. But yeah, it's fascinating listening and hearing all the comments from Doc today. And
What'd you make of them? Does it change your opinion? Does it affirm what you thought might have been going on?
Yeah, I think for me, I think it does. I think it validates it. Yes. The short answer is I think it does. It validates what I think was happening because everyone was pointing fingers at each other. It felt like there was a disconnection somewhere between, you know, executive management, football department, players. And I know a lot of us had been sort of talking about the head of football and, you know, that role should, you know, where does that role play? And I think that's a key conduit to both ends of the club, both up the chain to management and executive, but then the other way to the football department and the players themselves. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, look, I don't think there's one person that's to blame in their entirety. I think it's an all of club responsibility, and yeah, probably the answer is a bit of everything. Maybe everyone needs to take a share of the blame, but maybe some more so than others. But at some point, a number of people have got to take some responsibility. Yeah, I like his openness about what he said. You know, publicly, I think that's refreshing. It's good to know, but I guess it's now about what are we doing about it. If that's real and that's true, Graham Wright's got his work cut out.
Yeah, he does. He certainly does. Someone asked me earlier today what I thought about bringing in Tom Mitchell for a year or two, just to help with the, you know, development of the young kids, premiership player standards, training.
Yep. I think we need something like that. I think I might have flagged to you, you know, whether we can bring in someone like a Luke Hodge to be like a consultant or a leadership consultant. I just feel we just don't have enough of that outside in mindset, and those that have been to the mountaintop and tasted success. Yeah, I wouldn't be against it. I think someone like Tom Mitchell would be handy around the club in that respect. Good habit. You know, they talk about elite habits. I mean, yeah, he's a pretty good example of that, and what he's been through with his injury and getting back to where he is now. And yeah, I think so. I think him or someone of that ilk that's got some premiership experience is certainly going to help. No doubt about that, for sure.
Who wins tonight?
I think Brisbane. I think just better all round. But whoever loses goes to the Collingwood side of the draw. So that looking a bit ahead. I know they've got to win next week if they lose this week, and before they can get to that. But geez, that'll be tantalising. Either Collingwood Geelong or Collingwood Brisbane. In a prelim here at the MCG. So, I think Brisbane tonight, I think probably too good. The reason why I say that, and I probably could eat my words, we might all eat our words, but I think Geelong's soft draw towards the end of the year might work against them. It might not, but I just feel Brisbane's sort of, this is their time, and they got stars on every line, and I think they'll get it done.
Yep. Fair. Well, mate, see you for another week of madness next week.
Oh yeah, there's a lot going on. I'll tell you that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
We'll talk soon.
Good one. See you,
Good
mate.
one. Take care. Thanks.
Only Carlton.
What's up, Terry?
Can I call you by your name here, or is that something you want to protect? Oh,
No, go. Yeah.
Atosh,
Just link to my account and everything. Yeah, what's up? I don't know, man. I haven't really been following the news that closely over the last week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've just kind of detoxed from footy. I didn't even watch the final last night. But
Really?
I watched the last 5 minutes. I think I watched highlights. That's it. I didn't actually watch the game live. I watched highlights this morning. So I had no idea what was going on. Yeah.
Fair.
But
no, I get that. I can understand the want to detaching on. Am I lagging here?
yeah, I thought it was me, but I think it might be you.
Fuck. I think it might be me. Can you hear me? Am I good now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Your video is just freezing, but it's all right. It's chill, yeah.
Oh, sweet. So I'm so all about finding out what happened during the season. Because from my point of view, I had to fucking sit through that shit. I had to sit through that shit. No, I chose to, but I choose to. So now I want to know what's up, what happened.
Yeah.
So every little detail that might come out, I want to know. I want to see everyone talk about it. I want to see who's lying. I want to look at their body language, and I want to assess where is it going wrong. Mate,
Are you a body language analyzer?
Bro, I'm petty and determined like that. Don't fucking get on camera and lie to me. I will break down every single quote that comes out in the public.
Yeah. Yeah, no, fair enough. I watched I haven't watched Doc's interview today. I don't know what you guys. I watched the one on Unfiltered when he said he wasn't happy with how he led in the Brisbane game. I watched that. I thought that was really telling. But what did he say recently? Did he do another one?
He did another one with Eddie Maguire and Jimmy Bartel. They asked him around, people leaving. What do you think about it? I'm summarizing. I don't want to misquote. I don't like doing that. Hang on a second. He said this quote about why they might be leaving. He's is it financial? Is it whether they're feeling valued? I really am struggling to understand this concept of feeling valued and feeling loved at the Carlton Football Club, unless the people on the inside are treating these players and talking to these players like shit. I mean, if anything, they're fucking overhyped, man.
Yeah, 100%. Look at the contracts though. Look at the money they're on. I feel like we value them more than a lot of other clubs would.
Yeah, so I'm struggling to understand that. He mentioned about the misalignment after the prelim. He is a senior player. He said, I wanted us to top up in talent, and the club decided to sort of go another way. So misalignment there. And he said that everyone's got to get back to rowing in the same direction.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. But I don't know that when he and I want to touch back to what the other guy said before me. When Doc said he didn't like the way he led in that prelim, right? I don't think we have, and this is not disrespect to our leaders, right? Like Cripps, Weeder, and they're fine, but they're not winners. because they've never won anything, right? Like they didn't have any finals experiences other than 2 years ago, until 2 years ago. So that, like when people say we should bring in talent from other clubs, like leaders from other clubs that know how to lead, that have winning habits, that can instill like a culture within these younger kids as well, because we have a really young list now. Like we got like Cooper Lord, Ollie Hollins. You want to instill good habits in them now. We've got Cody Walker coming in. So I've always been a big fan of that. Like I've always said it. Like we need players like a Nick Haynes, right? Nick Haynes came from the Giants. He's older. We got him on pretty much nothing. Like we're not paying him too much, and he's been a good recruit. And he comes from a winning culture. He knows how to win. I think that's one of the biggest things we should focus on this offseason. Because again, no disrespect to our leaders, but they're not winners. I don't think is that a crazy thing for me to say?
No, not at all. I don't think so. I don't disagree. I think we need to bring in guys that can fill a role, guys that are in that 22 to 26-year-old age bracket to replace some of the players that are going out. But also within that, can you find guys that have come from a good system? Nick Haynes, like Luke Parker last year, I thought was a really good one for North Melbourne. Someone like that. Maybe not too many. Someone I was talking to earlier I was having this exact conversation with someone earlier, and he asked me, he's like, "What do you think about Tom Mitchell?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I've never heard that one come up this year yet." So, but someone like that to help with the standards and I don't know, just a mentality shift. You know what? Maybe also that's got something to do with the department and the coaching staff too.
Yeah, it definitely does. Like, yeah, you mentioned Luke Parker. Look at Luke Parker's done for North Melbourne. Like, he's been pretty good there. Like what Hodge did for Brisbane. Like, it's been proven before that it works, and I feel like we need more leadership in our team. We also, we don't have a leadership group. I don't know if you know this. We have like captains and vice captains. We don't have a leadership group, like a third tier of leadership. Why do we not have that? Because most teams do.
I remember Brian Cook came and he wanted to simplify a lot of things. So we had a lot of subcommittees at the club, and from memory, I reckon we might have had definitely double-digit subcommittees, and he limited. There might have been like 13 to 16 subcommittees, and he limited that to less than 10. And I reckon that might have reflected in the leadership group as well, because we had a pretty big leadership group, and then we decided to go just keep it simple. I think it was initially. I think it was just Cripps with Wiedering and Walsh, and then I reckon they added Charlie this year.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
it might have been last year, but I don't know. Like I've been really big on a leadership group because like we have players like Hewitt, like Haynes, like Newman. I know Newman didn't play this year, but don't you think it would put like okay, Haynes is like he's a leader of the club. We call him a leader, right? But there's no expectation for him to be a leader. He doesn't have an obligation to be a leader because he has no he doesn't have a role attached to him. If you put him in like a third tier leadership group, I feel like that would not encourage him. I'm not saying he doesn't lead already, but that would put like a level of expectation and a standard on some of these players. Like some of these like third tier players. Like
well, let's be real. Our leadership is lacking.
Yeah.
Like it just is. And there was failure from leadership at the club this year.
It's
at the top,
not just on the field. Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I'm so jaded. I'm so twisted now. Like
it's been
What expectation could I have for next year? Like contend? Like really?
I don't know. What do you think we're gonna do? What is the stat? Like, what's the goal for next year? Because like we're getting.
Are we rebuild? Like, are we in damage control? Are we weeding out the sooks? Are we weeding out the guys that don't want to be a part of the mission, and therefore it's a positive? Or are the players leaving the message that hey, everything's burning to the ground?
I don't know. It's like, but we're getting rid of like talent, right? We're like TDK's left. As much as I didn't want to pay him whatever he's worth. If we're gonna replace him with Liam Reedy from Fremantle, that's not a straight swap, right? We're getting rid of JSOS, who was a good defender, right? Sorry, JSOS left. Don't even get me started on him. But like we're not getting in like for like talent. We're kind of downgrading on everyone. So I don't know what we're doing. Like what is this feels like a rebuild. Like not a full rebuild, but it does feel like we're gonna go lower than high. I feel like it's going to get worse before it gets better.
The thing that I'm trying to hold my hat on is that no matter what happens, round one next year, whoever is at Carlton wants to be at Carlton and wants to buy into what's being said. And I think will find that that is better than having 3 guys that are out. But okay, so this is the other shining light. I've convinced myself it's copium, but I've convinced myself, but I think I'm right. I'm probably wrong, but I think I'm right. I think Tom De Koning knew he was leaving all along. All along.
From the start of this year?
From the start, I believe in my heart of hearts, also might be copium, that he knew that he was leaving. And that's all it takes for a domino to be out of whack. And then Jack Silvani, I think, and he's not happy with Carlton and family and daddy and this and that. And I think there's a second one. And then I think Charlie has also been disgruntled all year. And then we're talking about, we thought Kennedy was heart and soul. Silvani and Kerno are the heart and soul of this team.
Yeah.
So I believe that. And I believe that has a big reason to play in the story of why there was disconnection on the field.
Yeah, I believe that. I think TDK knew from maybe not the start of the season, but I think he knew pretty early on. I think he made up his mind. He knew, right? Like he didn't want to come out and say it. And again, like all that bullshit was like, oh, he's not thinking about it. He's going to focus on football, bro. You're thinking about the contract. Don't lie to me, bro. Like,
yeah.
So again, with TDK going out, Charlie. I don't know. I get this stench of like. These players wanted to be here when we were winning, right? Like Charlie signed a 7-year deal in 2023. JSOS signed a deal in 2023. That's when we were winning, right? Silvani was like, oh, I'm never going to leave this club. And then as soon as it got a bit tough, we started losing games. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels like these guys they were happy to be here when we were winning, but they don't want to be anymore because we're struggling. Maybe they don't like the game plan. Like, I fucking hate that. I think that's like one of the biggest bitch moves you can do. You committed to this club for 7 years, 3 years ago. But now when things are slightly getting tough, you want to leave. Oh, I want to get out of the Melbourne bubble. Like, fuck off.
Fair. That's why I find it really hard to see how he could come back.
Well, look, it's interesting you say that. Look at Petrarca last year, right? Petrarca was kicking and screaming to get out of Melbourne. Like, that was the biggest noise I've ever heard from, like, a contracted player. And he actually had a good season this year.
Mm.
If you look at the stats, it was a good season. He averaged like 25 and a goal.
Mitch makes a good point here, and this is like part of the recalibration in my mind. There is no heart and soul players anymore, just the players wearing the emblem. True. No attachment to individuals.
That's so much easier said than done, though. Like,
so much easier said than done, dude.
Like, Charlie's kicked 200 goals, and bro, half my camera roll is like videos of Charlie Kerner, bro. Like, like it's pretty hard for me to just say fuck off. But I am. If he doesn't want to be, he can leave, bro. But I'm not letting him leave until I get like Errol Goulden back. I'm not giving him up for fucking Ollie Florent. Do people? Who the fuck is that? Oh, Errol Goulden. Sorry.
Oh, mate. Just imagine.
Bro, I'd take him in a heartbeat. Like,
just imagine, let the imagination run wild.
What would you take? What's realistic? Because I don't know. I'm hearing a lot of Sydney fans say Goulden isn't realistic. They're not going to let him go.
I do not believe we could possibly get the value for Charlie Curnow that we all think the way that we value Charlie. I don't think we could get it.
You don't?
I just don't think. I think on paper we lose the deal. But what we win is...
Do you think he's not worth it? Or do you think that do you think we overvalue him? Or...
Yeah. I just think... Yeah. I don't think Sydney would pay up. Gold Coast, I saw an article today from Jay Clark around, Jed Walter. Maybe you look at that, like from Gold Coast. Jed Walter didn't get named. And, Jed Walter, you package him up with, I don't know, fucking Jake Rogers, who also didn't get named in the final for David Swallow. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't see at the end of this trade period, if Charlie's to leave, that we end with that saying, oh, wow, we win that. Like, we don't win that.
I don't think either club is going to walk away being like, oh, we won that. But who do you think? Do you think we need Goulden more than they need Kerno? Do we need like a fast mid, like a midfielder that would run more than they need a key forward?
Well, because we have Harry, I think, yeah.
Yeah, well, they have 3 mids. They have like Warner, they have Goulden, they have Heaney. So, they can like go 1. You'd think. So, I don't know. I'm still in this mindset where I think they need Kerno more than we need Goulden.
They need Kerno more than... Yeah. We need Jesus. We don't need players.
We need a lot of things, but I feel like...
we don't need a player. We need like a a biblical transformation of
Yeah,
mentality.
divine
and-
intervention.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's what we're the Mashiach. It's crazy.
But look, I haven't spoken about footy all week, so I have a lot of shit to get off my chest. Elijah Hollins, what do you think of them telling him to move on? I think
Is
that's
what
one of
it
the
is.
biggest things this club has done in a long time.
Yeah. No, I don't mind it. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope he gets his shit together. I feel for him. Personal issues. I have empathy and a human being for understand all of that. Having said that, I like the club stance.
Same.
Mm.
That was the most, because he's not like a shit kicker. Yeah, he's not like some like fringe player that doesn't make the 22. He's in our best 22 like pretty easily. And for us to be like on that stance where, he's contracted as well, and we're telling him to go explore his options because Voss is disappointed. That's a really good I like the direction that the club is going in. Like
Yeah.
I'm in love with it, if I'm being honest. Like I haven't seen anything like it in my 10, 15 years of watching. So
Yeah, they had to.
yeah, but I don't know. It's good trades. It's going. It's all right so far. I don't know. People upset.
It hasn't even started. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I don't know. Again, it's a good direction, and we're
Mhm.
like, who else? Jesse Motlop hasn't re-signed. I'm actually heartbroken over that yet, because apparently he's exploring his options. I saw on Gettable. I don't know if you know that show.
Yeah, I do. They said he's exploring his options.
Something like that. He's like, yeah.
Okay.
It could just be
Interesting.
bullshit, but he hasn't re-signed yet. I don't know if he has a contract in front of him. He probably does, but
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So you won't be watching tonight?
probably not. I don't
No.
care, if I'm being honest. I only watch
No,
Carlton. I
yeah.
don't.
Fair.
Who's playing?
True. Only Carlton.
That's it. Who's playing?
Geelong, Brisbane.
Yeah, don't care. Not watching fucking Geelong, Brisbane. Gonna go out.
Where you going?
Don't know yet. Just out somewhere. Maybe fishing. Hey, real
Oh.
shit. Anyone want to come Mentone Pier? Come fish with me.
So are you, when you go out, you like a wholesome going out kind of guy? Like you go to the club? Like what do you do?
I don't go to a club much. Clubs are overrated. Fucking
Oh,
$15 for a drink. I'm alright, bro. But
Amen to that, bro.
I don't know. I don't really know what I'm gonna do before I go. I'll call some mates and be like, "What do you guys want to do?" I'll call them now in a couple hours, but I don't plan shit. So,
Yeah, fair. Well, yeah, man. You enjoy either way, and we'll speak soon.
done. Easy. See you, bro.
See ya. Josh,
Terry.
long time, my friend.
Very long time. How are you?
I'm well. I am, looking forward to wrapping up a big week.
Hey, can I just start and commend you for doing this week in, week out, through all the shit, not wavering, doing the fucking rating show after every game, win, lose, or draw. It's like I checked out like round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4. Like I was done, and every day I see just like this post and that post and a 3-hour rating show with Pommy, and I'm like, what are you rating? We just lost to fucking Collingwood by 50 points and weren't even in the game ever.
No, I appreciate it, man. No, I don't know. I enjoy it. I don't enjoy it, but I enjoy it. Like, I mean, I
Yeah.
enjoy the responsibility that I've put on myself to do it. I do enjoy it.
Yeah, and it's obviously your job, but like, fuck me,
Yeah.
This year of all years is just like, what is the point of any of this?
Well, you know what? There's something in that because a lot of these players, they don't feel like it. They don't feel aligned with the club. They don't feel this. They don't feel that. I didn't feel like doing a fucking rating show after the Port Adelaide game away, but we did it. Like sometimes, life's not about what you feel like doing. It's just what you sign up to do, you do.
Yep. Yeah. Something that I find so fascinating. I mean, I'm a Man United fan as well, so I've just got shit for the last 10, 12 years of my life for Carlton, Man United, whatever. My sport team sucks. Is grasping this idea and grappling with this identity of like, how long have I supported the club and how long do we support the club? And like, I'm 30, you're 32, 33, whatever it is. Like we have just like, are you older than that?
You're 34, so I'll take it.
Yeah, 34. like we just deal with the shit, you know, like week in, week out, year on year. And a player comes in and they're like, all right, I represent this team. Like they score a goal, they grab the jumper, like, you know, whatever it is. But they just come and go and leave. And some of them, yeah, they're Carlton supporters and whatever other team they play for, like they might have supported that team as a kid. It's different for them. But when Charlie goes, if he goes, or even when he retires, it's like, I still am going to have a kid and raise my kid and watch this team. And like, you know, he might now be in love with the club. He might not be, all these other guys, whatever, like they might be the same, but these players just come in and don't feel what we feel. So it's really interesting going through a season like this. And, you know, what is a play like, you know, this is your job. And so like when you film stuff and then you leave, you're like, all right, I just did it. It was whatever. And then anyone in a corporate job, just like if shit's going wrong, they're like, go home and have dinner with their family. And they're like, yeah, you know, work's shit, but that's fine. And like, do the players feel the same way that we do, that they like go home and they're like, fuck, can't believe we lost. Like, this is so bad for me and my identity and like how I feel and the culture around this? Or they like, didn't go well today, like, you know, rock up next week and hope for the better. And now, you know, go to America or Bali or whatever they do. And they're just like, wait till next season, do the best that they can through preseason and rock up again. Like they're not coming on here, obviously, and like spending 3 hours of their Friday afternoon every week, like after such shit season. It's like, this is their job. And then they just go home and leave. Like,
yeah. Look, I do think again, I've said this a lot. Every time I think something or latch onto a thought about believing something that's happening, it proves false. But like, surely they do love the place and, you know, are grateful for the place for the most part, for most of them. Yeah. And I think something in there that you've said is where there's the opportunity to link the fans back to the club, you know, because there's a lot of anger. There's just a lot of frustration. Like they've wasted our time again, really.
To say the
like,
least.
and it's almost like, you know, you're not going to stop watching. Well, yeah, you might stop paying your membership or you might do this. And like, you know, you won't stop watching. Okay. You might not go to games, but you'll watch on TV. So, you know, you're going to give it your attention and the club know that you're going to give them your attention. And so just to seemingly continue to be treated with discontent and just be sold the farm. And then, you know, you've got chicken feed as an actual product in the end. It's tricky.
Yeah. I think the fan engagement's like fascinating because you watch Hawthorn. Hawthorn are the gold standard at the moment, like Collingwood a little bit too, but their players are engaged and they want to do content. Like, you know, a couple of months ago, there was some stupid challenge going around on TikTok. So like the Hawthorn media team put it in the change rooms and the players came and they tried this thing and they laughed and they're on camera and, you know, it gets uploaded and everyone loves it and everyone starts to fall in love with these players. And it's like, I think it's what you said before, like maybe Tom knew that he was leaving at the start of the season and that like is a domino that creates this rotting culture this season. And the inverse of that is like having fun, being silly, like showing up for the fans on a Wednesday afternoon when you're at training, like just building that culture of the players together as opposed to like, we're just professional athletes. We want to get the best out of ourselves. And sure, if we were like, if West Coast were posting really good content, you'd probably be like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, you won one game all season. But as a team that's sort of in the middle should be competing, it like changes the vibe and the culture, I think. Yeah.
And then there's that realization that none of it matters. Absolutely none of it matters. Not one bit of it in real talk, in real world, in real life. None of it matters.
But
it's
but
just,
I agree and disagree at the same time. Like none of it matters like real terms. It's not gonna like stop a war or fix the economy, solve climate change. But life isn't only about being productive and doing things. It's about having fun and having good culture. And so like it does matter. And like you even see last night, it's a bit of a different story, but like, you know, the Crows fans booing Quaynor, it's like, okay, it's just a football game, like who cares? But that matters. Like that makes a difference on culture. And like I know you're talking about something completely different, like none of it matters, win, lose, or draw, but at the end of the day, like I'm alive to have a good time. I'm trying to enjoy myself, not just like be a cog in the wheel and be productive. And so like it matters. Like I want to go to the footy, and it's not just for fun. I mean, it's for fun. It's like make myself have a good time. So it matters because it's real and it affects us emotionally. Like you know, I'm not as bad as I have been. Like this year showed me that I could check out like in a way that it didn't affect my emotions. But I also want to have a bender for 2 days, like after winning a grand final with my cousin. You know, I want that. I want to walk down Lygon Street and like ruin the town. It's just like I want to do that, and not having that is like it's sad to know that I'll be too old to enjoy something like that. I'll have to do it differently.
True. Yeah, I won't ever get to experience it as a teenager or as someone in my 20s. I don't know if I'll get to experience it in my 30s, maybe. Wow, when you put it like that, that's just not going to happen. I will never know what it's like to experience that in my 20s or in my teens.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, but it'll be so sweet when it happens. You know, whatever the situation is, whether like it happens in next year or in 15 years, like whatever, wherever we are, whether we have kids or don't have kids, like, you know, it'll be the same thing. Like I'll see you on the street and we will just know that like that weight off our shoulders. We will just have the best time ever. And sure, we won't end up at a club at 5 a.m., but we'll get to sit in our seat and just like have a drink and be happy and be content in that moment at least. And that's
man.
real and goes back to what I just said before. It's like it is real. It's what we live for. It's not fixing the world. It's not ruining the world, but like it's life.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're dead right. It's a good perspective.
Yep.
What's on for the weekend?
I'm going tonight, which hopefully will be enjoyable. Don't know who I want to win, but want a good game, I guess. And I think on Sunday, my nephew is playing in his grand final, so I'll probably go watch him play. Hopefully he wins, which is nice. And yeah, not too much else. What about yourself?
Love that. I'll be there tonight. I'm very excited. Very, very excited. And then what have we got on? I mean, footy. Watch the girls tomorrow. They've given me some Carlton joy. They're great to watch at the moment.
Thank God.
Yeah, it's all about footy. And then Sunday, Father's Day, Sunday. We've got Father's Day on.
Nice. My dad chose to be away instead of spending time with his family.
Oh, well, it saves everyone a couple of bucks.
True.
Amazing. Mate, you have a good one. Good Shabbos.
You too. See you, mate.
Yeah, mate. Wait, Slobbo, Wheatbix and Crip look like lost sheep in that interview. They need a real leader to grab them by the scruff of the neck and show them the way. Look like they have no idea what they're doing as leaders. Luke.
Afternoon, Tez. How are you?
I'm good, mate. You are on a Friday stroll. You look great.
Mate, I'm taking the doggos. Got my 2 whippets. So
there they are.
Doing a lap around the Seaford wetlands. So, but mate, first things first. Has there been any content from Swoop, Luke? I think I'm blocked from him. So has he made it out of SA safely?
I haven't actually checked in. He might have. Yeah.
No, I've been listening to the last few guys that you've had on, Tez, and you're talking about where to from here and and players, and I've come on a couple of times and been really optimistic about the kids we've got coming through. Now, it sort of gives me the vibes of Melbourne 2018, 2019. If you think back, they had a couple of final series and they went out and they were pretty disappointing. And then they went and drafted Cozzy Pickett, Luke Jackson, and Trent Rivers in the one draft. So I think they went a little bit moneyball. And I think that's what Graham Wright's sort of instilling into our club now. And it's fuck the times of paying your top five $1.4 million to hold on to them and don't let them leave. Collingwood gave Grundy and Treloar the heave-ho. And they're still paying for Grundy at the moment. But I think if we can free up the salary cap again, Jagger Smith comes in. Obviously, we got young Harry Dean coming through, but the Camporelli twins, we've got exposure into these young kids. I don't know. Am I just being too optimistic? Have I drank the Kool-Aid, Terry?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, fair. Yeah, that's fair. I
Hey,
feel
man,
like
I'll
it's
be
the
honest
same
with you.
every year. But I mean, in all seriousness, like I'd rather a champion team than a team of champions. So if you want to go get your 1.8 million, a river ditch, I'll pack your bags, Tommy. But you look at what Collingwood are doing, like Dan McStay, Mason Cox,
Yeah.
like give me Bo McCreary, you know, like I've got these no-name players that sort of came in and have made a name for themselves just by playing a role. So I feel like that's what we're missing, and I think that's why Bossie's.
They're also just so aligned as a footy club. Like you've got to give Collingwood credit. They got guys that are flourishing who used to be no-namers. I didn't know who Ned Long was until he kicked a check side goal on his right foot early this year, and I'm like, who is this guy? Oh, he's been toiling away in the VFL, and now he's a star. And from that moment, I'm like, oh, that's Ned Long. And, when you have a good system and a good culture and you're a strong club, these what we call no-namers come out. I mean, for Carlton and for us, we've been just hanging on. Like, who's the big fish this year? We all want to be linked to the big fish because the big fish gives us some false sense of security that things are going to go right. And a team on paper of stars looks like it's going to be able to win a flag. And I think we actually might need to just build a better culture and a better club in order for like these no-namers to become champions, as opposed to just drafting and trading for what seems to be champions.
Well, I think, yeah, you're right. And if you look at the players that we've had in toiling away in the twos, we're already setting them up for failure in years gone by, which is why I'm looking forward to this broom coming through the club, because it happened all the time with Nick Graham. You'd have these players that blistering in the VFL as a midfielder, and then you bring him in and rod him on a half forward flank, and that's not their natural position. So you're setting them up for failure. You've got no consistency across the board. Like at least Ned Long was having 12 tackles a game as an inside mid running through their VFL side for 10 weeks before he got the call up. But they've got clear defined roles. And I actually think we've been doing that with the Camporelli twins, which I've actually enjoyed seeing. But just that consistency and that alignment from top through to bottom of the whole organisation is what I think. It's going to be bumpy, but Graham Wright's going to bring it. And I know everyone's talking like he's the Messiah. Oh my God, we've got him to come in and he's going to fix everything. He's not going to fix everything straight away, of course not. But at the very least, get everyone singing from the same hymn book. And if you don't like it, go. Get out. I have no doubt in my mind there's fractures in amongst the playing group. I think you're dead on with what you're saying about Tom. There was a photo of Tom and Silvani sitting up with Gubby Allen in a final last year, up in a corporate box. Like, my conspiracy brain's going wild. But, mate, like, at the end of the day, clear out the deadwood. I say deadwood, that's disrespectful. They've been good servants. But clear out the people that aren't in line with the game plan. And I'd actually... Someone was saying it earlier, it might have been you, Terry, transparency. Like, there's no transparency from club to members. around who was it? Chris Davies, when he was announced. I saw someone posted it on Twitter about how he was excited about the vision that has been sold to him by Graham Wright. We don't know what the vision is. Like,
True.
I'm glad Chris knows
It's a
it
good
because we
point.
sure as shit don't.
That's
So-
actually a really. I haven't thought about that. Yeah. What about us? Sell us the vision.
Like it used to shit me to tears, Terry. This is turning into a counsellor session, so I don't know what your rate is, but hearing week after week Vossi coming on to press conferences, and he had a chat with David King and Kane Corns the other morning. He broke it down about ball movement and defense being really positive, which he's right, but he kept talking about the inefficiency with taking our opportunities forward, but nothing changed. Like, they kept saying they were working on it, but there was never a direct line of communication to all the fans that were having meltdowns every weekend to say, hey, we've been training this. Like, you might have noticed that this player's in a different position, but there weren't any players in different positions. I mean, I get it. He had very limited dominoes to play with, but like, make a chat. Like, is it the players' decision making? Like, is it coached? Like, are they not following your instructions? Like what is it? We got no idea as members. But
We're
anyway,
working on it.
whatever.
We've got to. We do need. Yeah. What's on for your weekend?
I'm trying to buy a house at the moment, Tez. So I've been disappointed for the last few weeks with getting pipped right at the posted auctions and whatnot. So I'm just going to be checking the AFL app for the footy updates and checking Domain app for property updates. That's going to be my weekend.
Love that.
But yeah, let the trade period begin. It's going to be buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy one. Tez.
Mate, we will be here every.
This is where we
single
have,
update.
mate. The last thing I'll say every year, I say it to my mates: your season's finished. Now it's Carlton's season. So as soon as the finals are done, we're on. It's our time to go, baby.
This is us. Good on you, mate.
This is us. Have a good one, Tez.
See ya. Tyler.
Terry, fuck, what another week. We just had a big week last week, and here comes another big week.
Is that a shirt or is that a jacket?
No, it's a shirt.
That's a very cool shirt.
Yeah, Calvin Klein.
Is that a zip
So-
shirt?
Yeah, it's a zip shirt, yeah.
I rate that.
Cheers. Thank you, Terry. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
My wife picked it
Yeah.
out for me, so she's got very good fashion sense, I guess. So
She does. I don't think I've seen many shirts like that with a zip.
yeah, no, it's different. Thought I'd
What are
try
you doing?
something.
Where are you going somewhere? Is this just what you wear at home?
Oh, this is I just threw it on. That's it.
Oh, it's just something I threw on.
Yeah, just something I threw on for the day, Terry. Yeah. No, but no, like, shit, it's been a hell of a week, and Luke Power's
Yeah.
gone. I heard about that. Do you think that is our opportunity to get Choco in as head of development?
Sure. I mean, sure. Yeah. I mean, Luke Powell was also the VFL head coach. Correct me if I'm wrong. So we're going to need a new one of those. But yeah, I mean, Choco, sure. I love all the names that are linked. I think, can we do something where they're all here? So Choco and Ken and Danny Daly and Mark and, Mackenzie
Yeah.
and who are the other names? Skipworth, like all of them.
Yeah, well, Jesus, like as I said, like it's been one hell of a week, and especially with who's been leaving and the Charlie. I don't know if it's just like with all of this fucking talk, but fuck me, it has just blown up. It is dominating AFL every fucking day. The trade talk, SEN. AFL, like Footy Classified, all that shit. It is all about Carlton, and it's all about Charlie fucking Curnow. And like, I don't know anymore. Like, if he wants to go, go. But at the same time, he made a long term contract, and I still reckon it should be I reckon it should be, if you sign that long term contract, you don't get a fucking choice anymore. You made that deal. Or you go away, but we're not paying your salary anymore. The fucking other club can pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, why should we pay your salary so you can go and fuck off to another club?
Yeah.
And then that fucks us up. So,
Yeah.
but no, I don't like, and I agree with you. Like, regardless if he gets traded, if it happens or not, if he gets traded, I reckon it's a lose. Regardless, if he trades, yeah, okay, but we don't know what type of Charlie Curnow will, if he does play for us next year, what we're going to get. So
Every time we've
it could
lost
be
a player,
what's
every
that?
time we've lost a player, there's been a point in the season where I'm like, gee, he'd be handy. Even going back until like Casbolt. So Kennedy
Yeah, man.
Kennedy and always, we definitely had moments this year where we're like, gee, he'd be handy right about now.
Yeah.
Jack Martin, we've had that moment.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You lose a guy like
Definitely.
Charlie, we will absolutely be worse off. Next year, we will say, wow, geez, imagine a little bit of creativity in the ruck and a little bit of, dynamism. DeConing would be handy, and we'll say it.
Yeah.
There will be moments where we'll miss them. So it's,
true.
we're going to lose out. And as they've all been
Mm.
saying, good clubs don't lose players, the good players, and we are. So
it's turning into fucking Gold Coast of what they were letting all of their good players go, and then you see them flourish in other clubs, and they're like, look what happened to Lynch. He went out of fucking Gold Coast, and he went and won fucking 3 premierships for Richmond. Like, Jesus. So who knows? But I'll be very curious to see how we go in the draft. Not on the draft, the trade period, and who we really target. Are we like? We've got, as you said, we've got a lot of players leaving. Like, who are we going to trade, or what picks are we going to trade? Because we don't really have anything at the moment besides pick 34, I believe. So what value do we have to give in the trade period? See, that's what I'm curious about, because there's nothing to gain with what we have currently, unless you're willing to trade players, of course. But what's your opinion? Like, I know that it's been talked about all week with Scholl. Do you reckon we entertain
You mean
Do you reckon we entertain the idea of Hollins and Scholl or not?
Yeah, sure. I mean, guys on the fringe who can't get a game in certain clubs, who are looking for more opportunity, that might be the way to go. Like, if you look at the guys that can't get a game this week didn't get a game this week. Jacob Ware comes out for the Giants. I think Callie Stringer and one other came back in. Jake Rogers didn't play for the Suns. He came out for David Swallow. Maybe these type of guys. Scholl can't get in. They've really short up their back line at the Crows, and their halfbacks. They've gone with Worrell's had a great year. These types. So maybe, yeah, sure. That might be one.
I think as you said previously, I reckon the biggest thing we're lacking is leadership. 100%, 100%. But then again, like, who's stepping up? I don't look. You get the likes of like Weavering and being in leadership with Cripps and Walsh, but like, I don't see them leading or anything like that. It's just a title. It looks like. Who knows? But it's Carlton's got a lot of moves to make, and as one of the previous callers said, like, it's a game of chess, and we don't know how to play fucking chess. Well, this is it. This is it. Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of chess calculated moves over the off the trade period and the draft period. So, but then I think the wild card is for next season is oh god oh my god who did we lose at the start of the season? Fuck.
Jagger.
Jagger. Yep. Yeah. I reckon he'll be the wild card.
He'll be like a new recruit, mate. You know what they say?
Yeah, he will be like a new recruit, and then having Newey back will be really good. So yeah, nah. Should be very, very interesting. I reckon tonight Geelong might win, to be honest.
There you go. All right, you're the first one to tip the Cats.
The reason why I'm tipping the Cats is I just look at them and I go, I reckon they believe that this is it for them. Like
Yeah, of
one
course.
last roll of the dice. This
Yep.
is the best opportunity that they're going to get. And I tell you what a hell of a grand final it would be, Collingwood and fucking Geelong or something like that happening.
Yeah.
I don't know. I reckon. Wouldn't it be fucking brilliant if you said Collingwood get all the way to the grand final, and they fall down at the last minute? I would
You know,
love that.
if the Lions win tonight, they go straight through to a prelim, and they might be then facing off against the Pies in a rematch. You never know.
Ooh, I'd love to even see that happen. But actually, just very quickly, the one game I'm probably looking forward to the most is Freo and Gold Coast.
Yeah.
I think that game is more just out of curiosity. I want to see how Gold Coast go in a final because we've never seen it happen. So,
yep,
should be interesting. Should be an interesting week of football, but then also
very
at the
much,
same time,
very much so.
let's see how we go for next year, next week as well.
Let's do it. Tyler, take care, mate.
Yeah, you too. See you, Terry.
See ya. All right, I've got two more, and then I want to play a little video from way back when, and I have to get out of here at 6 p.m. sharp. Lewis, let's do this quickly, my friend.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna say this right now. Can I just say something about Judas Savani for a sec? You know, I am saying this right now. This guy is the biggest sook. The fact that he chose St. Kilda to be with his father, and then he goes after the money is a joke, and he leaves off a prime example of being a legacy. But you know what that does? What does that do for the future of the Camporeales, Harry Dean as well? What does that do for? He's showing the example of being unloyal and not being able to show some class in his name. It's a joke. For Charlie Curnow, the fact that he says, "Oh, I'm staying," then he wants out. I am freaking done with his bullshit. The fact that he keeps the fact that he always used to whip his jumper, pulling his jumper, saying this is for my club and he loves his club is a joke. I think that's full of bullshit. The fact that he's done that is just disgraceful. If you sign a long-term deal like everyone has said, you need to stay in that club because that is what you have committed. And I'm sick and tired of what everyone has been saying as well. And I agree with them wholeheartedly. There's no leadership. And you know what really is getting on my thick skin is that these players play for fucking the money. They don't give a shit about us. Let's be honest here, guys. Let's be honest here. They don't go, "Oh, we lose and we feel sorry for the fans. We let them down. We should have done better." They don't feel sorry for us. Let's be honest here. They go, "Oh, well, we'll do better next week. We'll work on it and, we'll see how we go next week." Come on, man. These players are legit. They have no investment. When you get drafted to this club, you don't play for money. You don't play to try for attention. Saying, "Oh yeah, I'm playing for Carlton Football Club, I'm playing for AFL." No, you don't. You're playing for the right to play for this club, and you play for the emblem, and you play for your story to begin at this historic club. That is the way you're supposed to play. You're not supposed to and I also want to say to the experienced players and to the players that I like Charlie Curnow, that may be going for money. Seriously, stop doing that and play for the club that we believe that you can do what we believe that you're capable of. That is where I am at. And you know
Nice.
what? If Zach Williams takes a pay cut as well, that shows that he's also a player that he's going to help in having more money for us to free the salary cap for Graham White. And I want to say something about Graham White about the direction since we're talking about it. And then I can go because I know that you got a quick thing and you want to
Yep.
just want to watch something with everyone. I believe that he's doing the right thing. I believe he's doing the right thing. Saying no more bullshit. This is Michael Voss. Like I said, this is our coach, and it's reminding me of like when he was at Collingwood. You know when the Collingwood were like, we don't know where we are at, whether we're building with Craig McRae or whether we're competing, because the list was a bit of like old and new at the same time. Right now, this is where Carlton's at. So what I believe is a lot of people are saying we should go after the big fish. I don't believe that as much. I believe that Graham White is doing the right thing, like gaining Liam Weary, even though like he's not like a big ruckman like Tom DeConning, he does fill the void. Because if you look at Hawthorn, for example, they got Lloyd Meek from Fremantle, and look at Lloyd Meek now. He's actually a very good ruckman. He's probably like a top 10 ruckman in the competition. And like Bukakarmis, he's also a good player that can go from defense to attack. As Savani has left the club, he's also the player that can fill the void. So that is the way I'm at. We're heading in a good direction. The way I'm seeing it is that we need to do well in the trade period and we need to think smart about what we're going to go through off season, developing healthy habits. And a lot of people are saying that we should include Tom Mitchell, Travis Bulk. Travis Bulk is going to go to Collingwood. There's no doubt about that in my mind. But I'll bring in another person, Callan Ward. I believe Callan Ward will be a good get, but you will see how that goes. So yeah, and that's it. Like you said, like get good assistance to my boss, and yeah, that's it.
Fair.
Done.
Hey, who
Alright.
wins tonight before I let you go?
I think Geelong, but I am going for Brisbane.
Okay.
Because I think Geelong will beat Fremantle or Gold Coast, and then Geelong will face Collingwood in the preliminary final, and
Nice.
Geelong will win.
Lewis, have a great weekend.
You too, man.
See ya.
See ya.
Vince,
Hey,
how are ya?
yeah, good. You?
Mate, great.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic month, hasn't it?
Hasn't it?
Oh, I'm sick of people talking about getting 30-year-olds. We don't want no 30-year-olds. If you're going to trade Charlie Curnow, he's got to be 25 or under, first and foremost, and a first-round draft pick, and that's it. And if they don't like it, then he doesn't go. Simple.
How do you balance that, right? So I don't disagree with what you're saying. How do you balance that with the event that the trade doesn't happen, but Charlie doesn't want to be there, but we only want people at the club that want to be there because it's either you're in or you're out? Like, so how do you balance that?
I believe that there's a psychiatrist there, and she does fantastic work, actually. She could hypnotize the bastard. I don't fucking know. But for fuck's sake, we cannot let players of that caliber go for whatever they're told they're worth. Okay, Charlie Curnow wants to go to Geelong, not Sydney, not fucking Gold Coast.
Yeah.
A simple reason. He's got a resort, and it's in Torquay. How easy would that be to run?
Yeah.
The Silvanis. Let's stop talking about the Silvanis, because I know for a fact Steve Silvani walked into the room and the board back in the day, and he said, "It's Kane Little or me. I'm bigger than the club." That's not cool. And now Jack's done the same.
Yeah.
That not cool. Not cool. I reckon Serge will be fucking turning over in his grave at the moment. God bless his soul.
Yeah. But no player is bigger than the club. No name is bigger than the Carlton Football Club.
Fuck no. I paid $1,000 this year for a bloody membership. I can't even go and see games.
Wow. That's a scam. Sorry.
No, but I do it for
I-
my club.
Yeah, I know.
I do it because I don't want to sit with the ferals anyway.
Mm.
For one, I like to sit inside and whatnot, but no, I do it for my club. I've
Yeah.
always paid $1,000 every year. And
It's
I've got
people like-
AFL membership.
It's people like you that make the club turn around. It's people like you that give your, give your life, give your soul to the club. Even though you don't go to the game, like you do it because you want to contribute to the club and help the club. You know, the club is born and the club lives because of people like you.
Oh, not just me.
People
You.
like, as in people that give their attention and their livelihood, and they give their time.
P.S. Are you going to give Pommy some love?
Sure. Sure.
No, well, he's been messaging and
He's having a jolly good time in the chat.
yeah. Give him some love. He's just a fucking pom.
Shout out to Pommy.
Look, I know you're busy.
Yeah, I do have to run.
I just wanted to say my point. If they want to leave, fuck off. If they don't want to stay, don't have them. It's just not us at all. We should be unified as a club, as Graham Wright said in his member bullshit thing. Oh, it took me 2 days to read. But still, unified. If they don't want to be here, fuck off.
Amen. Vince, you have a great weekend, my friend.
You too, brother.
All right. See ya.
See ya.
All right. So I wanted to go back and watch. I wanted to go back and watch a bit of the fan cams after Sydney, which was on this day 2 years ago. But I really need to go at 6 p.m. So we'll do that next show. We can do that together. Just looking back now, we did fan cams for an hour on the night, and then I remember I went out and fucking launched, and then we did the Sunday fan cams 2 days later in the evening. So we'll do that next show. We might do a show midweek next week. And yeah, we'll do that. So thank you very much to everybody who tuned in today. Actually, let me put one more. Who are you tipping? Tips. Give us a tip for tonight. And then what I'll also do is I'm going to be doing the next giveaway. Ticket giveaway. I think I will do this. I will spin the wheel. You know what? Let's do it next Friday. How about that? Next Friday, we'll do the John Nichols Medal ticket giveaway. So 1 ticket, the John Nichols Medal, Carlton Best and Fairest. If you want to enter, that's the link. If you are a member of Blue Abroad, you do not need to buy. I mean, you can buy another entry if you want, but you do not need to enter because you already are in. And then next Friday, go live at about 4 p.m. ish, and then we'll do some more fan cams, wrap up the week of whatever next week brings, and then we will give one lucky winner the opportunity to come to the Best and Fairest. So we'll do that. Let me get through some of your predictions. A lot of you went Brisbane. Those of you that came on, went Brisbane. Skipper, you went back and watched the old AFL Evo 2 streams. Yeah, that was good time. That was good fun. That was a good time. Geelong by 7. Brisbane by 10. I think this will be a cracking night. I'm so excited. I went to the prelim last year, the Geelong Brisbane prelim. Yeah. In a long hot summer. Amen. Am I going to AFLW tomorrow? Most likely. Most likely. Johnny Holden. Hello, mate. Kate, you will not be eligible for the ticket because you will. I mean, if you win it and you can fly, go for it. Oh, the rug. Okay, so this is where I stand with the rug. The monogram means more than the individual who gave the rug. The monogram and what it represents is way more important. And so the rug will stay for now. Thanks for the reminder, Rocco. All right, I've really got to go. Guys, have a great weekend. I will be, hopefully, no bad breaking news over the weekend. But if there is, we'll be here with every single update. Have a good night. Speak to you soon. Go Blues.